government's Chief Technology Officer. I'm here with Vivek Kundra, who was the United States CIO and first central CIO. We've actually come here today because there's a workshop around the corner behind us with 40 small, medium businesses, a judge, and the question, what do we do about digital courtrooms in the future? The reason we're doing it here, Level39 is an innovation space, as you might notice around us. It's on the 39th floor of Canary Wharf, and it's a great space to be able to sit down and talk about and workshop solutions that are new and technically advanced. And one of the things that Vivek and I have been talking about is how do we move to digital public services that are innovative, workshopped, and can meet the user need without being caked in cost and bureaucracy. One of the things we talked about earlier was the use of digital public services and how you use transparency and the use of an app store across the United States to reduce the cost of IT, but also enable innovation to happen very quickly and simply. Would you like to talk a bit about that?
Sure. First of all, thanks very much for having me here. I think, as you look at governments around the world, one of the most interesting phenomena that's happening is this shift in power that's moving away from very, very strong centralized models of how IT is deployed to actually thinking about the citizen, putting the citizen at the heart of government operations. And Liam, I think what you guys are doing is actually amazing. As we talked about how you identified 49 key processes that make up, frankly, majority of how government interacts with its people, and streamlining those processes and doing it in a very citizen-centric model. So in the US, back to your question, I realized that one of the ways that you're able to drive better outcomes for your citizens was to actually shine a very, very bright light on government operations and then use technologies, platforms, because now we live in a world where it's very much around ecosystems. And how do you get not the traditional IT players who frankly have a PhD in how the procurement process works, but how do you get the startup companies, the small businesses, that are actually at the vanguard of innovation? And as a result of that, what we were able to do is actually invite these small businesses, and what I think in terms of what you just did here today, as far as bringing in these SMEs and bringing in a judge, for that matter, who is a business expert, is the future of governance, which is where you're going to put the citizen at the heart of your operations and lower the cost of government operations, but more importantly, make sure that you're constantly innovating.